Hey everybody, welcome to the Divine Melanation. I'm back with my face, y'all. Y'all know last week I just wasn't feeling it, and I had recorded that thing 3 times, but we got it right today. We got a little background music. Hope they don't trip. I don't know how these people be tripping, but I heard they be tripping. But I'm, in a little vibe. I needed something. I'm sober as fuck, which is okay. There's nothing wrong with it. But today we are talking about, y'all, we talking about sisterhood, friend or foe. And this conversation kind of like is something that I'm going through right now. It's something that I'm going, excuse me, I'm trying to find something. Okay. I'm trying to find my notes. This is something that I'm going through, y'all, like right now to this day. Like, I'm talking about my circle is getting real skinny, you know. And there's nothing wrong with that. And it's changing, it's evolving, it's growing. This is my first time in my life that I've ever just really, like, in my adult life. When I say my life, y'all just bear with me. I'm talking about my adult life, that I've ever just had time to just really focus on the relationships that I have outside of just women, like this. I've never, I have friends. I do have friends, but however, I've never been intentional with friendships. So I've never vetted friendships properly. I guess that's what I want to say. I never vetted friendships. So we'll do that. Okay. So now that I am in the position of getting to know women, I done got dirty, y'all. Like, I have gotten into like situations with women that's not like my norm. Like, I normally don't have back and forths with women that I call my friends, right? And so this episode is kind of like new, because it's something that actually is new and something that is happening right now. And I just wanted to talk about it live because I just wanted to walk myself through it. Because I know if I'm going through it, a lot of other people are going through the same thing. Okay, so the first point, y'all give me 1 second. Period. 1 second. Hold on. I'm back. Okay. Y'all, I'm sorry. That was bothering me. That was another window that was open, and we cannot have that going on. I hope y'all can hear me. Hopefully y'all can. Oh, and I wanted y'all to know that if you're in the DFW area, I am looking for co-host. I'm looking specifically for a permanent co-host, but if I have to be something that I rotate in and out, or someone that pops in virtually, that's fine too. Just hit me up on any of my social medias. Hit me up in the email, slide in the DM. I mean, y'all are in the DM, but really slide into my DMs. And yeah, like I really want to have a conversation, because I've learned that it's more authentic when you're having a conversation with other people versus yourself. So I want to have that back and forth dialogue with someone, and I also want it to be a vibe. So if you know somebody, or you are that person, let's do it. Okay, so what does friendship and womanhood look like to me? That's my first point. So at this age of 38, friendship to me is not where I talk to you every day. Like, I'm not talking to you every day. Like, I'm not. Like, I know you, like, I want to talk to women that have things going on in their life. Friendship to me is not complaining. I don't want a complaining friend because I want to be able to support you. I want to be able to serve you, and I want you to be able to serve me. My key bottom line, my standards with bottom lines with friendships are social media. If you take our shit to social media or you play me on social media in any form or fashion, I'm going to go in harder and I'm not fucking with you ever again in my life. You don't ever have to worry about me ever again. Never, never, never. That's like a hard boundary for me. Social media is one of those things where it kind of has heightened people's level of deception. So that's one of my things with social media. That's like my bottom line. You steal from me, I'll never fuck with you again. That was another one of those things. So for me, friendship looks like me supporting you in anything that you do. You support me, encouraging you, pouring into you, being a plug, bossing up with you, taking trips together, celebrating you. Y'all, I'm not the type of person just to get celebrated. Like, and I don't expect people to celebrate me. So this is new. Like, I always try to show up for my friends. But now this last couple of years, I see people don't really celebrate me. And it's not no pity pat thing I'm doing. It's just like I'm gonna put in as much effort that you put in with me. And that's not just like you doing something. That's the energy that you give to me. If you're giving me a little bit of energy, I'm going to give you a little bit of energy. And what that energy looks like to me, it might be just a little bit, right? So in womanhood, that's what it looks like to me. Like, it looks like womanhood, and it just looks different. It looks like being grown, having things, having yeah, I'm over here playing with shit I should have did earlier today. Having a circle. And like I'm telling y'all, my circle is getting mad skinny. It's getting really, really tight, really, really skinny. It's not the same. I don't let people in the same. I'm learning how to vet properly, how to vet friendships properly. I am actually y'all, I'm tripping. Y'all, I'm tripping. I'm just over here just playing with this stuff, and I need to be out here. Y'all finna stop playing. I'm finna stop playing. I play too much. But anyway, yeah, like that's what it is to me. It means just being having that bond with a woman, not beefing, not even being in competition. A lot of women are in competition with other women, and you can't compete where you don't compare. Carrying bones, that's not sister like. That's not sister like at all. The situation I had, I actually had somebody that I called a friend, and she was going between me and other groups of women, talking about both of us to one another. And actually, y'all, she called me with them on three-way, and I was saying some egregious things about these women. And since then, I apologize, but that to me was like, whoa. Like, I didn't know women kind of got down like that. Like, I knew, I saw it. I thought I was exempt. So that kind of was like I couldn't believe it. Like, it was like a gut punch. Like, damn, like, y'all do this? Like, Black women actually do this to each other? When did I realize that I was a good friend? And what do I consider a good friend? I realized that I was a good friend when I let people do and say things to me that they have absolutely no business, and I don't hold grudges. I'll give a person my last, and I'll give them my last, and I'll give them if they're in need. It's a lot of things that friends, character traits that friends have. You should be trustworthy. You should be honest. You should be caring, empathetic, and not always taking. A lot of people that I've met in my life in the last 6 months, I probably met 6 new friends, and 2 of them are succubuses. And when I say succubuses, I mean they suck the life out of me. They suck the life out of me because they don't have lives themselves. And I'm very empathic, so I pick up on those things. So, and I try to, even if I do feel those things, I try to detach and move without drama. But sometimes you gotta show and quit playing with you. Like, you teach people how to treat you. Like, quit playing with me. What do I consider a good friend? All those traits I just said. Being honest, being caring. You know what I'm saying? Being what's another word for y'all? What is that word? I can't think of the word. When I think of it, I'll come back and tell y'all. What has sisterhood done to hurt or help you, and how have you let those experiences shape you now? Sisterhood for me at the beginning was really I didn't understand it because I was around, like I said, I was around a lot of women that were sisters. So what I thought was sisterhood was the catty back and forth, the talking behind each other back. That's what I thought sisterhood was. Because that's what I saw. Not to say that that's what they were doing, but that's just what I saw. That was my perception. And I've let those experiences that I saw, I've started to seek out other friendships and sisterhoods intentionally with other women in a healthy place where I'm not trauma bonding. And we're going to go over those things. We're going to go over the narcissist, because women are narcissistic to other women. And I think one of the biggest things that in the Black community that we don't talk about is the lack of sisterhood amongst Black women. We are so vicious and so ugly to each other. And then we say we don't have a man. Yeah, you don't have a man because you're not even good to someone that looks like you, your sister. You're not good to the prototype. You know what I'm saying? So your other part of you, your feminine side, your divine melanation, you're not good to her. So how can you keep a man? Men see those things. Men that have good women, those women are good to other women too. Like, that's just what I know. When lines are crossed in sisterhood, what steps can you take to redeem yourself? So, I learned this in prison. Make amends. You gotta go to your people. You gotta go to your person. You gotta go to your person, and you have got to, make amends. You gotta say, and it has to be authentic. It's not just an apology; it's a conversation, so that you repent. You don't go back to it. You try your best not to hurt, because when you're friends and your sisters, you don't want to hurt them. You fight for your sisters like you fight for your man. My homegirls, I have fought for friends. I have fought for niggas. And I think we get it twisted because a lot of women fight for men before they'll fight for their children and another woman. And I think that's our dysfunction. I'm going to say it again. It's a lot of women that I know that'll fight for their man, but won't fight for their sister and won't fight for their children. And that is the epitome of dysfunction within the Black community with Black women. It was a couple of articles that kind of got my eye, right? One of them, was narcissism. I looked up narcissism because I'm an empath, right? And the definition of narcissism is an extreme self-involvement to the degree that it makes a person ignore the needs of those around them. While everyone may show occasional narcissistic behavior, true narcissists frequently disregard others and their feelings. They do not understand the effects of their behavior, the effects their behavior has on other people. And then they said there are four types of narcissism. A grandiose narcissist, I'm better than you and I know it. A malignant narcissist, I will do whatever it takes to get what I want. A covert narcissist, I'm I'm great. I'm a great artist and the world will never I'm a great artist, but the world never noticed my talent. And a communal narcissist. I guess that would be the type of narcissist that would be someone that would, that we all have in us. I guess that we would say. Um, a lot of things I think in sisterhoods and in friendships that we do is we do a lot of trauma bonding, and trauma bonding are emotional bonds with an individual that arise from a reoccurring or spherical pattern of abuse perpetuated by a reinforced thing like sex trafficking or domestic abuse or just cheating or something like that. Okay. And so they said it's 7 stages to trauma bonding. Number 1 is love bombing. They shower you with excess love, flattery, appreciation in order to gain your affection. Trust and dependency. They do everything to win your trust and make you depend on them heavily for love and validation. Criticism. They gradually start criticizing you. They blame you for things and become more demanding. Gaslighting. When they tell you when they when things go wrong, they tell you that it's your fault and they make you doubt your own perceptions and manipulate you into believing their narrative. Y'all, that one is a big one. Like I see that one a lot. Like I see that one a bunch, a bunch, a bunch, a bunch, a bunch, a bunch. Like people will gaslight the mess out of you. Um, reass- um, Reassigning control. You no longer know what you believe, but your only way of experiencing a good feeling of stage 1 is by giving in and doing things their way. Loss of self. When you fight back, things get worse. You settle for anything. You have the same peace, and you have to make the peace to stop fights, and you lose all confidence. And then another one is addiction. Those are codependent relationships where you get addicted to the highs and the lows of that person. So those are things that I kind of thought were important for us to go over with the trauma bonding and what that meant and how that's detrimental to womanhood and friendships. Let me see, what else can we talk about? Okay, the next thing, this is the next thing, guys. Vetting our friendships. We weren't taught to vet. We just think like, oh girl, we got this in common, we got that in common, girl, let's go do this, that, and that. Let's go do this together. We're so much alike. But we don't vet our friends because we think that we have common things, and that's not good. And that's what I'm learning to do, is vet my friendships just like I vet my men. So I teach my daughter to do the same thing, to vet her friends just like you would vet your mate, because those people in your life should be people that serve you. No one should be out of position in your life. If they're out of your position and they're taken and they're not given, they need to go away. That's a new rule. If you taking and not giving, go away. If I can't give to you, I need to go away. So those are just like new rules, that we want to live by and set those things. So I had looked up 10 ways to vet people in your life. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I'm going to give 10 ways to vet. It says to know their history. They said this is a tricky one because people change. The way they talk, the way others talk about them. What do other people say about them? The third way is the way they talk about others. This says to me the most than anything else. If a person can talk about somebody else so motherfucking messed up, don't think you're not exempt. They're gonna talk about you the same way. Do they take responsibility? Are they accountable for themselves? That's another way that you vet. Politics. Many people don't like talk about politics, but I've seen since we've had this Trump Biden thing, politics have broken up friendships, households, marriages, brothers and sisters, relationships. So, I mean, if you're a political person, vetting someone on their politic is something that you want to do. Driving. Do they let others drive merger? Do they tailgate? Are they unaware and cut people off? Do they act as if everyone else is stupid and they are the only ones that know how to drive? Do they get anxious and angry in traffic? Do they backseat drive? So driving is something that you can like tell by a person, and that's so crazy. If people vetted me by not driving, I would have no friends, y'all. Oh my goodness. Other people. That's number 7. Other people. How do they treat the wait staff? How do they treat the valet attendants? Like, how do they treat the people that are in service? Arguments. That's number 8. How do they behave in disagreement? Do they hold grudges? Do they make efforts to reconnect and apologize, or is it always you? Because I see sometimes in relationships, I'm always the one to go forward. It's very rare that people come to me and apologize. I always have to go and make amends. And that's getting kind of old. And this tells a lot about a person's self-awareness. It tells about a lot about their respect towards you. And it lets you know if they care. The 9th one is truth, integrity, and loyalty. Do they blow smoke? Do they avoid? Do their words match their actions? Do they walk it like they talk it? Y'all, some people ain't walking it like they talk it. So that's, y'all, we got to start vetting these women. As women, we got to have code. So I'm going to put this, I'm going to put this link to this article in the description box of everything so that y'all can go look at it yourself. Because this is really long. 10, communication. And it says this is the number 1 behavior to assess in people. Good communication requires self-awareness, self-confidence, and self-respect. It is the coincidental skill of all relationships. Do they talk? Talking, even if it's yelling, is better than silence or withdrawal. Even the closest of romances and friendship dissolve in the face of non-communication. Do they tell you how they feel, even if they still are unsure about it? So, y'all, these are things that we as women should vet other women. Like, I just gave y'all a couple of, vetting tools. Because we want more out of our relationships. We want to level up our interactions with people, and we want to know what it looks like. So I'm going to put this article in our little tool box, y'all, so we can have some tools for our sisters or whatever, so we can have our sister circles, because it's not about how many people are your friend. It's about the quality of the people. How good are those people? I have y'all put a mask on. I'm probably gonna make the phone. I have a niche for networking, so it's a lot of people that come across my way, and those are one of the major things, that I kind of look at. The next article: how to evaluate if your friendships are healthy. So I'm gonna also put this article in there. It says, I think it says it's 4 things. I think it's 4 things. Method 1, looking for balance in your relationship. Decide if you both are equally invested in a friendship. Number 2, think about whether your conversations are balanced. 3, make sure you both have individual interests, not the same. Evaluate how you feel about your friendship. Think about how your friend makes you feel. Reconsider overcritical friendships. That is a big thing. Hold on. Let me go on back over here. Overcritical friendships are the death of me. I have a friend like that. She a new friend. She really overcritical. And I be wanting to tell her, girl, shut the hell up talking to me. Because you ain't mother hen goose that walked on water. You need to chill. So those, I'm going to put that article in there because it's 4 ways, but in each ways, they tell different ways that you can prioritize in healthy friendships, how to make it healthy. So I'm going to put these 2 articles in the link so that we can just have those in our tool chest. You know what I'm saying? And, do our thing, y'all. So what y'all think? What do y'all think? I think we did pretty good. I think that y'all helped me get my shit off. Because today I needed to get my shit off because I have to start using these tools that we talked about when vetting friendships. For real. Because the new friendships that I've just been willy-nilly with, they ain't been right. They ain't right. They ain't right. They ain't right. They ain't right. But we're going to get them right, though. We're going to get them right. And we're going to get them right together. Okay? So thank y'all for joining me. Note, before we leave, the affirmation. What got you here won't get you to your next level. Whatever you did to get you here won't get you to your next level of success. I want to thank y'all for coming into the Divine Melanation, sliding into the DM. Again, if you're a content creator and I'm looking for a co-host, whether it's virtual, preferably someone in the DFW area, we can go over the details about it. Hit me up. Let me know what's up. If you're not in the DFW area, we can also talk. It has to be a vibe thing, though. I go off vibes. So, yeah, it has to be a vibe thing. So, I want to thank y'all for coming into the Divine Melanation. I appreciate y'all for listening to me and let me hold space in your house, in your ear, in your AirPod, in your beats, while you're cooking, whatever. You can find me on Apple, Spotify, Samsung, Google. I'm on Facebook. I delete the Facebook lives like after a day or 2. If you want to contribute, my Cash App is scrolling. It's $ Dr. Hood Talk, DRHOODTALK. That's my moniker. Thank y'all. And until next week, I'ma holla. Because next week, we are starting a new season, which is going to be health and wellness. So I want to say thank y'all. This season of sisterhood and mental health awareness, self-awareness has been great. I've learned a lot. Thank y'all for helping me. Things will get better as we go. My daughter's leaving Tuesday. So I wanted to get y'all in here because I needed to learn some things for myself as well. And I just want to say thank y'all. I like you, and I love you. Peace, y'all.